Thanks, how are you? Hope you're still with us. Yeah, so now we're in the Czech Republic on the D1 autočesta motorway, in other words. And we're heading to Prague. We're 86 kilometres out of Prague at the moment. No, it's been a good run from all the way from Vienna in Austria all the way out here. There's been a variance of single carriageway roads throughout the top of Austria, getting closer to the Czech Republic, Czechia border, and yeah, the little few kilometres of single carriageway road from the Austrian Czechia border and into the autočesta just outside, a little bit outside Brno. And yeah, so we're just on the D1 autočesta. Yeah, so I drove this back in 2017 and the limit's still 130 k's. I usually do about 150 is quite common, and in a lot of cases around 140, 145, 150 you just stay with the faster traffic. Sometimes people push 160, sometimes, but not much more than that. Pretty much what people tend to keep it at. There were a couple of police officers, but generally I don't know, my car following me for around 145, 150, and then he just wasn't interested in pulling me over. We're doing 140 now, and pretty much just keeping in line more with a couple bits of traffic, just slowly overtaking my friend here in the Take Cars van. Yeah, so 145. Yeah, no, it all moves along quite nicely. Section might have a bit of road work, I think. So yeah, just doing a bit of road work around the median strip. That's alright. My friend moves out of the centre lane, but he's approaching the semi-trailer. He'll move back out into the centre lane shortly. And we'll move into the centre lane now that it's safe. 84 k's out of Prague, so D1, autočesta 1. And when it's all clear, keeping as far right as possible. So it just goes around 145, 149, 150, goes to about 150 k an hour there. So makes for very rapid and safe progress here in the Czech Republic. There is going to be, I have read that there is going to be an increase in the speed limit from 130 k's to 150 k's. So I think that takes place in a couple of months' time, I think. I've read a couple of articles that have said stated the same thing. So that'll pretty much just make what common speeds are here, 140, 150, as to them being legal or representative of what the average, of what the higher speed range is. But even though there is a tolerance on the speed limit, so I'd probably say that 160, 170 would be allowable, depending on the tolerances they use at the time. So yeah, so no, it's a pretty good run into Prague at the moment. 79 k's to go. So as per our decision before, to go to Bratislava, then Vienna, and now on our way to Prague. That's pretty much what we decided to stick it to after all was said and done. And once we revisit Prague, we'll work out what we want to do after here, and whether we go through to other countries in France or Italy or whatever. We'll wait and see how it all transpires. But yeah, so 58 k's to go on this autočesta, and total distance is 77. So around about 19 k's on to Prague. Yeah, a few trucks at the moment. Oh, look at that new scope sorts of things as priority for European countries, unlike the serious problem that Australia seems to suffer with, and America, which is a real issue, and it's worse in America than what it is in Australia, and Australia is shocking. Yes. Oh, now after all that driving and gas bagging, we're down to 70 k's out of Prague. Oops, sorry, 69 k's out of Prague. Yeah, so when it comes to these motorways and that autočestas, reasonable speed, you can make some very good and most importantly, safe progress. So so saw a few couple of Turkish registered bloody vehicles earlier on, which is unusual to see in the main part of Europe. Very unusual. Czech Republic. It gives you an insight. Then back up 150 k's and staying with traffic, as you can see. See, just staying with traffic. So yeah, we'll do some other videos when we revisit Prague. We revisit Prague yet again. So that'll be happening soon. 47 k's from now, so not too long to go. All right, hope everybody's well. So on that note, I shall sign off, and I'll talk to you all very soon. So Pomansano, Avwa, Bojane, and peace out from beautiful Czechia, Czech Republic, and the nice autočesta motorway system here.